Hello there, fellow Whovians. It's Tom here from Ultimate Spy 3, and welcome to another episode of Whocast. This is going to be episode number 2, and this week I'm going to be talking about the latest episode of Doctor Who Series 10, which was titled Smile. Now, this was a very interesting episode. It reminds me a bit of the 4th Doctor serial Frontier in Space, with the future setting and the humans being cryogenically frozen. And in this case, it had to do with the Doctor taking Bill to this colony world where the robots are basically emojis. And the idea is that if you are not happy, you die. Which is a very interesting idea because it's the 21st century, and the world now is using that kind of communication of emotions. I also noticed that Nardole was only in one scene, and he acted like the Doctor's boss almost, telling him he couldn't leave Earth or something, so I had to wonder what's up with that. But also, the Doctor yet again changes his clothes. He seems to do this at random. At last week's episode, he wore his velvet jacket and then switched for a hoodie with blue lining at the bottom, similar to his Series 8 costume. But in this episode, he changes to a black jacket with a red hoodie, which is very weird. I also love the fact that Bill is very curious about the Doctor, finding out, like most companions, that the Doctor has 2 hearts. I also really like the idea of the discs that the emoji robots give the Doctor and Bill, which once applied to your back, instantly show what your emotion is. And oddly enough, I noticed how the Doctor noticed the discs don't show your emotions if you look at them, as Bill was able to see the Doctor's once he showed it to her. But overall, I really like this episode, and I love the fact the Doctor is using a screwdriver again, especially the new one he got back in Hellbent to place his crappy sonic specs he had in Series 9. I really hated those. The new screwdriver is really cool, and even more so since 12 said that screwdrivers ruin the line of your coat, which is so stupid. But I'd say this episode was better than last week's episode, even though Nardole was only in one scene. Now that just about does it for my review of Smile. Now for some news and speculation. Now last week, I talked about the rumour of Chris Marshall being cast as the 13th Doctor, and we're still not sure if that will actually happen. But we've also got a recent report of another interesting rumour circulating around the Christmas special this year, which is supposed to be Capaldi's last, even though he's trying to regenerate during Series 10. But the rumour is that the special will be a multi-Doctor story, featuring the 12th Doctor, and the 1st Doctor as played by David Bradley in the 50th anniversary Doctor Who documentary, An Adventure in Space and Time. And that particular special was simply a look at how Doctor Who was created in celebration of the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who. And this is only a rumour, but it does sound plausible, as David Bradley did a fantastic job as Hartnell, and he does resemble him quite a bit. You may know David Bradley for playing the role of August Filch in the Harry Potter movies, and other roles too. But this is a rumour you should all be taking with a grain of salt, as it might not even be true, as BBC hasn't even confirmed anything, either the Chris Marshall or the David Bradley rumour. But I still think it could happen. We've had a similar thing happen with multi-Doctors episodes, like the 5 Doctors, which saw a different actor portray the 1st Doctor, as William Hartnell had long since passed away. And they had to recast William Hartnell with a similarly looking actor. I also like the thing that if they did another big multi-Doctor story, and they wanted as many Doctors as possible, they could get John Pertwee, the son of John Pertwee, who looks very much like the 3rd Doctor, as well as Paul McGann, who still looks like he did in the TV movie. The only reason I'm not including the other actors is because they are too old to play the Doctor, even with that Children in Need special with David Tennant and Peter Davison. The only reason that worked is because they explained why the 5th Doctor looks aged, because of the paradox caused by both Doctors to meet. I also could see them possibly bringing back Christopher Eccleston, as well as David Tennant, and for that matter, Matt Smith, as he said he'll have to come back to the 11th Doctor for a 60th anniversary if it ever come to it. So could this David Bradley rumour actually happen? I think it would be very interesting and very fun, as David Bradley did an excellent job as William Hartnell, and there was even a Matt Smith cameo in that special, so it would be even cooler if David Bradley's 1st Doctor interacted with Peter Capaldi's 12th Doctor. And that is the news for this week. Another great episode of Series 10, another interesting rumour that may or may not be true, but you never know. Anyway, thanks for listening to this episode of Whocast. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, as well as my second channel devoted to gaming, Ultimate Gaming. And I'll be back next time for another episode. Alright, goodbye.